My name is Mary Turner. I'm a board certified nurse coach and E-Myth business coach. I live in Houston, Texas, and originally from Chicago. So what was going on in my life before I joined CFJ school was I had clients, and most of them I didn't charge. It was almost like a hobby. Partly, I think I was not confident in my skills. And the other part was I had a story going on about me not being a really good coach, and I didn't deserve to charge people a decent fee. And so I had clients, although I wasn't charging. And what drew me to CFJ was I was thinking about attending Steve Chandler's school, but it had closed. And I saw a video series that he was selling. And I looked at it, and just before I had gotten an email from Devin Bandison about a coaching program he was doing with Carolyn, and I didn't know who Carolyn was. And when I went to her website, I saw she had a whole school. And as I looked, it was very intriguing. So I reached out to Steve Chandler and I said, hey, look, I'm thinking about purchasing your videos. However, would it be where I am as a coach right now? Would you advise that I purchase the videos or go to Carolyn's school? And he said immediately, go to Carolyn's school. And the type of person that I am, at the time, I've evolved. I'm a procrastinator, and I had missed out on Steve Chandler's school because of waiting. And so it was just easy for me to pick up the phone or shoot an email and say, yes, enroll me into the CFJ Coaching Success School. I wanted to be a better coach. I wanted to really learn how to get clients, how to enroll people into my programs, how to coach better and build a business, not just do it as a hobby, but to really get on the court and declare myself as a professional coach. What stood out to me about the school was a feeling, I guess you could say, and the fact that Steve Chandler said yes, and I trusted him. And Devin was already connected to Carolyn. I trusted him. And so just reading through the website, it felt warm and inviting, and it just lifted me up. And after I got off the call with Johnny Roman, I knew that I wanted to be a part of the school. My experience of being a student in the school was, in the beginning, I felt like I wasn't enough. I looked around and it was these elite coaches all around, and I was like, what am I doing here? And over time, I began to, I don't know if fit in is the right word, but I felt more at home. And the space, the community was just phenomenal. And after a period of time, I felt like I deserved to be there. And the things that I was learning about myself and uncovering different uglinesses, if I would say about myself, and getting that cleaned up and learning how to forgive myself and give myself grace. It was nothing like it. It was incredible. And then coming back the second year, I was no longer the new kid on the block, and I felt like I could actually extend a hand to some of the newer people, and come to find out they felt the exact same way. So it was just part of the journey. I am more confident. I am more loving. I can even see it in myself, and others have noticed it. I am more real. And I don't know how else I can say it. I'm more authentic. I'm myself. And I'm okay being in the skin that I'm in. I see the person as having everything that they need already within themselves. And what there is for me to do is hold space, ask them some questions that might trigger some insights, or allow them to see themselves in a way that they weren't able to see themselves previously. I love it. I were sitting with someone and they were asking me about the school. What I would say to them, if they were just considering it, is just do it. Because sometimes we can get caught up in our head. I know I can. And then I go down that rabbit hole, and procrastination sets in. It did for me, and I missed an opportunity. I call it the window of opportunity. There's an opportunity to just say yes to ourselves and put the fears aside. And so anybody who wants to be an elite coach, someone who wants to stand in their authority, create a really wonderful business, CFJ is the place to do it. I would say my overall word, if I only could choose one word, is acceptance. I learned to accept myself for who I am and for who I'm not. What has me attending the fourth time in a row to CFJ is, well, there's no one answer. I would say that after the third year, I was complete. I was contemplating, and the community is so phenomenal. And just the support and the structure and everything that I'm learning and continuing to learn, I didn't want to let it go. And it wasn't that I needed the school, it's just that it was just the price. Number one, you can't beat it for everything that you get. And every year it just seems to blossom into more and more and more. But what had me say yes this time, because after the third year, I said, okay, I'm finished, I'm complete. I realized that I'm starting my own nurse coach school. And so having that support this fourth year would just really help me to launch my school and be supported in the way that I feel like would be the best for the students that are entering the school, to have the support of CFJ, because she's done it. She can lead me and guide me in those very ways and prevent me from making some of the mistakes that she made along the way. And just the support, just even being on the Facebook page, just to post questions and get other people's opinion and ideas, just feedback.